All right, welcome to the ND Sports Channel radio broadcast of the EDC quarterfinal softball round matchup between the Fargo North Spartans, the visitors on the scoreboard, and the home team, the Shanley Deacons.
Shanley High School, which includes the stadium. This is after 3, and we can capture your.
So we need to add one element to our scenes here. So you're going to see a final score pop up in a moment here.
Make sure your cooperation matters. Today's officials are Donald Doyle and Brad and Tanner Johnson.
All right, welcome back. We're ready to rock and roll now here. Once again, we're at Sid Siki Stadium here in South Fargo, home of the Fargo Shanley Deacons, and it is the quarterfinal round of the EDC softball tournament. The quarterfinals are being hosted at the high seed of the two teams playing each other, and the winner and loser of this one will play the winner and loser of the matchup between the West Fargo Packers and the Fargo Davies Eagles. And we'll try and keep you updated on scores between those two teams as the broadcast goes along here. We're a few minutes away from the first pitch. The Fargo North Spartans, they wrapped up the regular season with a win-loss record of 11 wins and 14 losses, went 8-6 against EDC opponents, 6-7 at home, and 5-6 on the road. For the Fargo Shanley Deacons, well, they went 500 at 8-8 on the year. They were 4-4 when playing here at home and 3-2 on the road, and they went 6-4 against their EDC opponents. Let's go ahead and go through the starting lineups here, as we're approximately 2 to 3 minutes away from the first pitch. Well, actually, I think we might have the national anthem coming up first, now that I think about it. And taking a look at the lineup here for the Fargo North Spartans, who'll be batting first. It'll be batting first will be the junior right fielder, Alexa Hamry. Batting second will be the junior second baseman, Sophie Ochoa. Batting third will be the senior shortstop, Taya Opine, returning to the lineup. And the batting fourth will be the sophomore pitcher, your starter pitcher, Ava Kalbrenner. Batting fifth will be the junior catcher, Alex Agee. Batting sixth will be the senior first baseman, Sam Martin. Batting seventh will be the senior center fielder, Greta Rader. Batting eighth will be the senior designated player, Sophie Cody. Batting ninth will be the junior third baseman, Gabby Olick. And playing flex, not batting and out in left field, is the sophomore jersey number 2, the left fielder, Sammy Sanford. For the home team, the Fargo Shanley Deacons, your lineup looks like this. Batting first will be the junior from Park Christian, Maddie Remke. She'll be catching. And batting second will be the senior from Oak Grove, the center fielder, Elena Linster. Batting third will be the senior first baseman, Gabby Nelson. Batting fourth will be the junior starting pitcher, Callie Schazenbach. Batting fifth will be the sophomore shortstop, Krista Schazenbach. Batting sixth will be the senior left fielder, Maria Sorensen. Batting seventh will be the senior from Oak Grove High School, Katie Pickering. She'll be the designated player. Let's see here. Batting seventh will be the senior from Oak Grove. I already said that one. So batting eighth will be the seventh grader from Oak Grove, Talia Triggs, and she'll be playing out in right field. And then batting ninth will be the eighth grader from Oak Grove, Azana Lucian, and she'll be playing third base for the Deacons. As they're going through the starting lineups right now here for the Fargo North Spartans. We'll take a timeout and be right back here on the ND Sports Channel with more of this EDC softball matchup from Sid Siki Stadium here on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed or browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you'd like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Hi, this is Mike Mason with the ND Sports Channel. I started doing sports play-by-play on the radio in January 2016. I can't tell you how many big plays were missed because the station was still on a commercial break. It is our goal to never miss any of the action, which is why we have the game video and all of our promos and sponsor ads. The game will always take priority on the ND Sports Channel. That means you won't miss your son's 80-yard kick return for a touchdown or your daughter's crucial three-pointer to tie up the basketball game late in the fourth quarter. The ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back as we're getting ready to wrap up the pregame show. They just finished with the national anthem. It's game 472, a radio broadcast to comply with the NDHSA rules on video. And it's between the Shanley Deacons and the Fargo North Spartans. Once again, an EDC softball quarterfinal matchup. And the winner of this one will play the West Fargo Packers in the semifinals in Valley City on Friday. And the loser will take on Fargo Davies in the consolation semifinal / I believe that's... yeah, I believe that's the loser out, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at the bracket again. The loser of, or the winner of the two losers of this game will go to a state qualifier. And the two losers of the semifinal, or the consolation semifinal, will have their season come to a conclusion. So once again, the Fargo Shanley Deacons in the outfield. Fargo North will be batting first. And I believe it's, let me look at the lineup again, but I believe it's going to be Alexa Hamry batting first here for the Fargo North Spartans. Once again, your starting pitcher will be Callie Schazenbach. Maddie Remke behind the plate. Gabby Nelson at first. Let's see, Krista Schazenbach at short. Ozana Lucian at third. Maria Sorensen in left. Talia Triggs in right. Elena Linster in center. And the second baseman is, apparently I forgot to put them into the lineup here.
Leading off for the Spartans, Alexa Hamlin.
Erin Doomer is playing second base. She's a freshman from Oak Grove High School. Once again, top of the first. Alexa Hamry, the batter. That one's going to be popped up. and goes foul. So ball and a strike now to Alexa Hamry, the junior. Now want to be popped up, coming down the first base line, and it lands foul as well. So 2 fouled away pitches, followed by a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, or preceded by a ball, I should say. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Alexa Hamry. And the windup from Schazenbach. That one's going to be popped up. Foul territory, running towards it, and not able to make the grab. The wind may have taken that one away there from Azana Lucian, the third baseman, who tried to make the grab. Once again, we're playing on a football field here, so the soccer net at the end of the end zone may have played a little bit of a role in the outcome of that attempted catch there by the third baseman, Azana Lucian. Fouled away, and it'll remain 1-2. And the next pitch is going to be grounded right back to Schazenbach, who fires it over to first to Gabby Nelson for the 1-3 ground out. That's 1 away here for the Spartans, and that'll bring up the next batter. That's Sophie Ochoa, the junior. Ochoa has 2 home runs and a ground rule double, one that bounced over the fence. That one's going to be popped up. First base line, running towards it is Azana Lucian, but it will go over the fence into the crowd. Good for a foul away pitch and strike 1. Once again, the batter is Sophie Ochoa. That pitch will miss for a ball. 1-1 the count now to Ochoa. On deck is Taya Opine. Batter number 3 in the lineup with 1 away and no runners on here for Fargo North. Hamry grounded out on a 1-3 to Schazenbach, who tossed it over to Nelson. Here's the pitch. Looked like it was down the middle for a strike, but no call on it. And it was a strike. Swing and a miss. And Ochoa goes to strike 2. So I guess it was 2 balls. It was a ball last time, because she will stay at the plate. And she'll get a piece of that one as it's fouled back into the netting. Once again, our crowd mic does not work down by home plate. It's too far away from the receiver on the right wireless transmitter. So we have it in a general area to pick up some ambience background noise for you. Most of that ambience background noise right now is nothing but wind, but that's okay. That want to be hit out into center field, and running back for it, and it's over the head of Alina Linster. And heading into second is Ochoa on a double out into center field, and that'll bring up the senior shortstop, Taya Opine. Opine is 2 for 3 on her plate appearances this year on the ND Sports Channel. Both of there was a ground out to third. The other 2 plate appearances were home runs over left field. And swing and a miss for strike 1 to Opine. Ava Kalbrenner's on deck with 1 away, and the runner on second is Sophie Ochoa. No score here in the top half of the first inning. We have 1 out. And here's the pitch from Schazenbach, a little bit low for a ball, 1-1 to Opine. 4 minutes into the ball game, 13 pitches now for Callie Schazenbach, the junior, and she has 9 of them thrown as strikes. That one comes up high for another ball, and it's 2-1. And that one will come up high for 3 balls and a strike. So the first one was a swing and a miss. Opine being patient here. And now she's ahead in the count on 3 balls and a strike with Ava Kalbrenner on deck. Schazenbach will wind up and deliver the 3-1 down low, and Opine gets a free pass to first on the walk, and that'll bring up the sophomore, Ava Kalbrenner. Kalbrenner will step up here at the 5-minute mark of the ball game. Coaches down the first baseline is, or down the third baseline is Tim Howe as the pitch comes inside for a ball. And, okay, so let me try that over again here. Down the third baseline is assistant coach Tim Howe. And down the first baseline for the Spartans is head coach Ario Jones. And that pitch, I missed it. Comes across as a ball, 2-0. Vance Christensen, the head coach here for the Shanley Deacons. And that one will be hit right over to third. Step on the bag for the force out at third, and then the throw over to first to Kalbrenner for the double play. So it'll be a direct ground out here to Azana Lucian at third. Or I guess you could say that if it's a direct ground out here, as it goes into the books as a 5-5-3 double play on the force out at third, and then the toss over to first for the double play. And now I'll bring up the Shanley Deacons for the first time in the contest. Maddie Remke, Alina Linster, and Gabby Nelson. Our batters 1, 2, and 3 in the bottom of the first when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Be right back. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed or browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you'd like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning. We're still scoreless here on this EDC quarterfinal round softball matchup between the Fargo North Spartans, the visitors on the scoreboard, and the Shanley Deacons, all knotted up at 0 apiece here between the Spartans and the Deacons. Through that half inning of play, Fargo North, no runs on 1 hit, no Deacon errors, and one left on base. Time of the game so far, 7 minutes, and the first batter here will be the junior from Park Christian, Maddie Remke, for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. These two teams have played twice this year. Fargo North won the first one and the second one, and both of them were played here on the at Sid Cichy Stadium. So the Spartans are 2-0 against the Deacons this season here at the home field for Fargo Shanley, and we'll see if they can perfect the if they can sweep the Deacons this season or not. Once again, the winner of this one will go to play either West Fargo or Fargo Davies. The winner will play the winner of that game, and the loser will play the loser of that game Friday in Valley City. That pitch comes across as a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Maddie Remke, the junior from Park Christian. We'll also see the senior from Oak Grove, Alina Linster, the center fielder, and then we'll see Gabby Nelson, the senior from Fargo Shanley, this inning as well, as the pitch comes in a little bit low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to the best of our knowledge, unless we get a different hand signal from the umpire. Once again, the wires transmitter doesn't go that far to where home plate is located. That pitch comes across the strike, so we'll just have the wind and hopefully a few people cheering for one of the two teams in the background. So 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be popped up and towards the Deacon bench. Fouled away, it'll remain 2-2. That's 5 pitches now for your starting pitcher. The sophomore Ava Kalbrenner around the bases. You had Sam Martin at first, Sophie Ochoa at second, Taya Opheim the shortstop, and Gabby Olick at third. Behind the plate is Alex Agee. Ava Kalbrenner will wind up and deliver the 2-2, and that'll be a 2-hopper right into the glove of Taya Opheim. She fires it over to first, but Sam Martin can't make the grab. She'll be on with a base hit and advanced on the error on the first baseman to second. So Remke on with a single. And then she advances to second. That arrow will be charged to the first baseman, Sam Martin. It was a great scoop and throw by Opheim, but Martin just totally misplayed that one. And That puts a runner in scoring position here with nobody out in the bottom of the first. And now the batter is Alina Linster, the senior from Oak Grove, and that one will skim off the bat over the backstop back into the parking lot. Foul for a strike. 0-1 the count now here as we reach the 10-minute mark of the ball game. Once again, if we get any scoring updates from Fargo Davies and West Fargo, we'll certainly pass those scores along to you there. That's the game that matters to both of these teams playing in this one here. And that one's going to be hit deep. Left center field, and Greta Rader will get under it. And now tagging at second is Remke. The throw to third is not in time, and Remke is safe at third on the pop-out by Linster, and that'll bring up the senior Gabby Nelson.
Now batting for the Deacons, the first baseman, number 21, Gabby Nelson.
Gabby Nelson is 5 of 6 on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel. She had a 4-3 ground out, and she had 2 hits to left field, 2 hits to center field, and 1 hit down the first base line into right field. And now looks like they are going to intentionally walk Gabby Nelson up to first.
For the Deacons, the pitcher, Callie Schazenbach.
So that'll bring up Callie Schazenbach. Puts runners on the corners for the Deacons. Callie Schazenbach, the junior, will bunt it right in front of home plate, and she'll throw up to first is in time for the out, but that will score Maddie Remke on the sacrifice bunt by Callie Schazenbach, and that'll also advance Gabby Nelson over to third. An outstanding bunt there by Callie Schazenbach as it literally dropped right in front of home plate, right in front of the batter's box. Didn't get more than about 18 inches in front of home plate there. That'll be a chopper foul to the head coach, Vance Christensen, who's standing down the third base line here for the Deacons. Not sure who the coach is on the first base line for Fargo Shanley. Krista Schazenbach is the batter. She's 2 of 5, make it 2 of 6 as she strikes out. She does have a home run and a hit to right field, a couple flyouts to center field, and then a flyout down the third base line into shallow left on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel. And that strikeout on Schazenbach will end the inning. We'll go to the top of the second. It's 1-0. Fargo Shanley leads on a sacrifice bunt in the top of the bottom of the first. Callie Schazenbach will throw pitch number 20 to Alex Agee. Batters 5, 6, and 7 for the Spartans are due up when we come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, welcome back. We head to the top of the second. The Deacons get on the scoreboard with a sacrifice bunt. Beautifully placed that would score the runner from third to make it 1-0 in favor of Fargo Shanley after 1 inning of play. Fargo North, no runs on a hit, no Deacon errors, and 1 left on base. Shanley, 1 run on 1 hit and 1 North error and 1 left on base. Time of the game, 14 minutes. Alex Agee stepping up to the plate now here for the Fargo North Spartans. And the first pitch comes up high for a ball, 1-0. Sam Martin on deck. We'll also see Greta Rader this half inning as the Spartans look to cancel out the run the Deacons scored in the bottom half of the first. 20 pitches for Schazenbach now. 10 balls, 10 strikes on the ball-strike split. That pitch comes across for a ball. And that'll be popped up and fouled down the third base line. I believe the count is 2-2, if I'm not mistaken. And that'll be a grounder right to third base coach Tim Howe. We'll toss it back to Callie Schazenbach. Foul, and if it wasn't 2-2 before, it is now. And that'll be a walk for Alex Agee on ball 4. That will bring up Sam Martin. So once again, nobody out here, top of the second. Deacons lead 1-0. Now head coach, let's see here. It looks like I have my binoculars and I forgot to bring them out. Let's see here. Here they are. We got a courtesy runner on first. Let's check out, take a peek and see who that is. Her left sleeve is just out of my vision. That's where her number is. I guess it's either Ellie Wiest or Sammy Sanford. The batter is Sam Martin. And Martin will pop that one up high and foul down the third base line. And it is indeed Ellie Wiest, the courtesy runner on first for the Fargo North Spartans. Fouled away for a strike, 0-1 to Sam Martin, who sends most of her hits the same way she sent that foul ball. And now this will be a grounder that goes foul. And so 2 pitches fouled away in the same direction, one in the air deep and one on the ground, about midway down the third base line. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to this online radio broadcast of the Spartans and the Deacons EDC quarterfinal matchup. The WDA softball tournament was the seedings were finally decided as of yesterday on Monday. As Martin gets a piece of that one, goes into the books as a fouled away pitch. It remains 0-2, and pitch 30 coming up for Callie Schazenbach. The Dickinson Midgets would knock off the Minot Midgets, the defending state champions, in both games of the doubleheader to secure the number 3 seed. And that one's just over the head of Krista Schazenbach. Throw to second, not in time. And Martin's on with a single. And that advances Ellie Wiest up to second. So, as I was saying, Dickinson with the doubleheader win over Minot secured the number 3 seed. And Minot, as a result of the 2 losses in that doubleheader, would secure the number 4 seed. So now the WDA bracket is complete. Greta Rader, the batter. That one's going to go a bouncer out into left field. Throw to third is not in time. It'll skate the third baseman, Lucian, but roll right to Maddie Remke. So no runners will advance on what could have been an error. No error will occur on that play, but it could have been an error. And that will load the bases on a single for Rader, bringing up Sophie Cody. So with nobody out, the bases are loaded here. Cody with Oleg on deck, and a swing and a miss there by Cody. Strike 1. Cody with a hit to right field. 3 hits to left center. 3 flyouts to left field. And everything else was either infield or infield singles or outs. Nice pitch there by Schazenbach for a strike, and it's 0-2 now to the batter, Sophie Cody. Now we popped up. Third base line, they're going to call the infield fly, and even though the ball was dropped, Cody will be out on an infield fly. Or will they send her back? No, she will be out. So that's 1 away now. Runners hold on their original bases once again. Gabby Olick, the batter. Greta Rader, the runner on first. Sam Martin, the runner on second. And Ellie Weiss, the runner on third. And the pitch goes into the dirt for a ball, 1-0 to Gabby Olick. After Olick, we'll head back to the top of the lineup with Alexa Hamry. Once again, one away on an infield fly. That was not caught. It was Schazenbach and Lucian, the third baseman and shortstop, who made the attempt to catch it. And neither one of them could make the grab. Fortunately for the Deacons, it was an infield fly, so it didn't necessarily matter. Olick swings on a pitch that bounces off the turf, 1-1. That pitch comes a little bit high for 2 balls and a strike. So ball, strike, and a ball 20 minutes into the ball game, and Callie Schazenbach, your starting pitcher for the Deacons, will toss pitch 38 coming up here to Gabby Olick. And the 2-1 delivery is up high for another ball, 3-1. Once again, Alexa Hamry, the top of the order on deck here for the Fargo North Spartans, with one away and the bases loaded in the top of the second, and the Spartans trail the Deacons 1-0 here in the EDC quarterfinal matchup. Here's the windup and the pitch from Schazenbach, and that'll be a walk. A free pass for Olick will tie the game and pull in Ellie Weiss from third. Going into the bottom of the second, West Fargo leads Fargo Davies 8-0. We'll keep you updated on that score here. I want to thank the listener who sent in that scoring update. So it's 1-1 now off the walk by Gabby Olick that pulls in Ellie Weiss from third on a bases-loaded walk. And now we head back to the top of the lineup here for Alexa Hamry, and she'll swing at the first pitch, miss. Bat went high as the pitch went underneath the bat for strike 1. Alexa Hamry 0 for 1 on a 1-3 ground out right back to the pitcher, Callie Schazenbach, who fired it over to Gabby Nelson at first for the 1-3. And now swing and a miss, strike 2 for Alexa Hamry. Once again, runners on are Gabby Olick on first, Greta Rader on second, and Sam Martin on third. The batter's Alexa Hamry with one away, and Sophie Ochoa on deck. That pitch goes up high into the backstop, and runners will hold. Goes into the books as a wild pitch unofficially. And 1 ball and 2 strikes, as that one kind of left the hand of Schazenbach and went straight up in the air. It was almost as if Schazenbach batted the ball from the pitcher circle instead of throwing it. That'll be a grounder that will roll foul down the first baseline. 1 ball and 2 strikes as a result to Alexa Hamry. One away, bases loaded. Ochoa on deck. And if they can get Ochoa on base, that could be bad news here for the Deacons, as Taya Opine would follow right behind her. Swing and a miss. That's 2 away now as Hamry goes down swinging. So that brings up Sophie Ochoa. Last time she was up, she doubled out into center field on a hit that went over the senior from Oak Grove's head, Elena Linster. I always have trouble saying that until like the 4th inning, and then I got it nailed after that point. That one's going to be hit. That one's high, and Linster will make the grab this time, and they will get out of a bases-loaded jam. Tay Opine will not have any chance to do damage unless it's a 1-run damage hit in the top of the third. But before we get there, we'll head to the bottom of the second. And it's all knotted up at 1-1 here in the EDC quarterfinal between the Deacons and the Spartans. Back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, we head to the bottom of the second now. as Sophie Ochoa flied out to center field, where Linster would make the grab to end the inning.
The left fielder,
Maria Sorensen, the senior from Fargo Shanley, will be up to bat first. We'll also see the Katie Pickering, who's a senior from Oak Grove, and we'll see Talia Triggs, a 7th grader from Oak Grove, here in the bottom half of the second. It's batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Deacons in the lineup. Once again, around the bases here for the Spartans as they're 25 minutes into the ball game. It's Ava Kalbrenner, your starting pitcher. Alex Ege in behind the plate. Sam Martin at first. Sophie Ochoa at second. Taya Opine, the shortstop. Gabby Olick at third. Here's the first pitch. Down low for ball 1 to Sorensen. Sammy Sanford in left. Greta Rader in center. And Alexa Hamry in right field. Sorensen is 1 for 4 on her plate appearances here on the ND Sports Channel. She has a hit to right center, 2 ground outs, and a fly out to right field. 1 ball, 1 strike now to the batter, Sorensen. And Kalbrenner will wind up, deliver the 1-1. That's popped up foul down the first baseline and out of play, and it should be 1-2 now. 16 pitches for Kalbrenner. 12 of them have been strikes. The other 4 were thrown balls. Once again, a strike goes into the strike category if it's anything but a ball. So home run, a hit, fouled away pitch, they're all strikes. That one's up high. That'll even up the count at 2-2. 26 minutes into the ball game. Once again, radio broadcast here. The EDC quarterfinal round matchup between the Deacons and the Spartans. The winner will play West Fargo or Fargo Davies. And right now, West Fargo leads Fargo Davies 8-0. And that was going into the bottom of the second inning at last report we got on that one. And those semifinal games, swing and a miss there. Sorensen goes down on strikes. The semifinal games will be played on Friday in Valley City. We'll have coverage of the Fargo North Spartans, win or lose, in that EDC tournament. And we would like to have coverage of the other teams too. If you're able to supply that coverage, you can go to our website and donate. And put in the comment section what team that donation is for, and then we'll get your team covered. Simple as that. Katie Pickering was the batter. She was 1 for 1 on her plate appearances on the ND Sports Channel prior to the pop out to the shortstop, Taya Opine. That brings up Talia Triggs with 2 out now here in the bottom half of the second. We're tied at 1-1. Azana Lucian is on deck if Talia Triggs can get on base, and Triggs will foul that one away down the third base line for a strike. 0-2 is the count to Talia Triggs as Kalbrenner winds up for pitch 22, and that one's going to be hit out into center field. Left center field, and that'll bounce a few times, and Rader will have trouble picking it up, and that will allow Talia Triggs to get into second. So once again, it's another single with an advancement to second on an error by the center fielder, Greta Rader. That brings up Azana Lucian, the 8th grader from Oak Grove. And Kalbrenner delivers the first pitch for strike 1. Nice speedy pitch down the middle there by Ava Kalbrenner. Once again, the runner on second is Talia Triggs. 28 minutes into the ball game here. And Kalbrenner winds up and delivers the 0-1, and it must have missed on the inside because I didn't see the strike call, so we're going to go with 1-1 unless I see differently here in the near future. 1-1, fouled back, 1-2. Region 3 Baseball Championship is going into extra innings. That is tied at 13 apiece at the start of the 8th there between Carrington and I'm not sure what those initials stand for. I'll have to look that one up. SNR. Trying to think. I'm drawing a blank. It's the Region 3 Baseball Championship. That one's going to be popped up and fouled down the first base line and out of play. Right fielder Alexa Hamry gives chase to it, but it goes over the fence, and she will not have an opportunity to Once again, at last check, it was 8-0 West Fargo over Fargo Davies in the bottom of the second. The winner of that one will play the winner of this one. So that pitch comes across for a ball. And that one's going to be hit out into right field. And what a grab by Alexa Hamry. Wow. That just barely stayed in her glove, too. Alexa Hamry is running towards the foul line here. And she just kind of leaned forward, and it got on the edge of her glove and stayed in there for the out, and that will end the inning. We'll head now to the top of the third. And it's still tied at 1-1 between the Spartans and the Deacons. Back after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third, 1-1 between the Spartans and the Deacons. Taya Opheim will be the leadoff batter here for Fargo North in the top half of the third. She's going to pop that one up, really high pop-up, and it's right underneath the third baseman who makes the catch. It's Azana Lucian, the 8th grader from Oak Grove, as Opheim will pop out on an extremely high pop-up. Seemed like that one took forever to come down. I want to thank the listener who helped me out there. The Region 3 baseball is tied between New Rockford, or Cheyenne, New Rockford, as that one's hit. And that was, let's see, the second baseman, Aaron Doomer, tried to fire it over to Gabby Nelson, but Kalburner's on with an error. That brings up Alex Agee now. So once again, Carrington and Cheyenne New Rockford tied at 13 going into the top of the 8th inning. That's a Region 3 baseball championship game. We'll keep you updated on that score as they become available to us here. That one's going to be popped up, shallow, running for it, cannot get there in time, was the center fielder Linster. And Agee's on with a single. That advances, or no, let's see here, she got out at second actually.
Now batting the first baseman, Sam Martin.
So Agee on with a single. Kalbrunner on the force out at second. Brings up Sam Martin 1-for-1 with a hitting out into very shallow left field, just over the shortstop Krista Shaw's in the box head last time at the plate. That pitch will come low to the outside for a ball, 1-0. And Martin will send this one high. Center field, and making the grab is Talia Triggs in right center. And that ends the inning. That was a quick ending there for the Spartans. We remain tied at 1 as Sam Martin will fly out to right center. Talia Triggs makes the grab, and that brings up the Deacons, Maddie Remke, Alina Linster, and Gabby Nelson. It's the top of the order. Batters 1, 2, and 3 as Kalburner will throw pitch 28 when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. I'll be right back. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games streamed on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 under Game Rewind on our website, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature and watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, and at any time return to live action simply by clicking the live button. Now you don't have to miss your son's huge game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online. All right, we're into the bottom of the third inning now. Still tied up at 1 apiece here as Remke will pop that one up, and the wind's taking it, and ripping off her mask is Alex Agee to make the grab. So Remke pops that one up. It started to go towards Ava Kalburner, but then the wind took it back to where Alex Agee had the better positioning on that catch. So 1 up, 1 down quickly here, and we'll see if the Deacons go down as quick as the Spartans went down in the top half of the third. That pitch comes across for a strike. Elena Linster, the senior from Oak Grove, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field where Greta Rader made the grab last time at the plate. And Kalburner winds up and delivers the 0-1. Down the middle, that should be a strike, maybe. Delayed call, not called as a strike, so we'll put it in as a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 30 pitches for Kalburner. Here's the 1-1. That one's fouled away for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. 36 minutes into the ball game. Another update from West Fargo in the bottom of the third. The Packers lead the Eagles 11-0. So not if that score holds here, and we don't see a comeback from Fargo Davies, it'll be West Fargo playing the winner of this one, which right now is tied at 1-1, as that one's fouled away into the fan section here, and it'll be an unofficial strike and remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to the batter, Alina Linster. 1 away. We'll see Gabby Nelson next, and if one or both of those players can get on base, and probably won't happen here, as that will be a 6-3 ground out. Linster on a 2-hopper into the glove of Gabby Olick at third, fires it across the diamond to Sam Martin at first for the 5-3. Gabby Nelson was intentionally walked last time she was at the plate. This time the bases are empty. We're tied at 1 with 2 away here in the bottom of the third. And she'll be intentionally walked on back-to-back plate appearances. I think that's the first time I've seen something like that happen, to be honest with you. That brings up Callie Schazenbach, who put the Deacons on the board with a sacrifice bunt her last time at the plate. Kalburner now with 34 pitches. The next pitch will be pitch 35. 1-0 to Schazenbach. And that one, line drive right over the head of Kalburner out into center field. They'll roll into the glove of Greta Rader, and she'll fire it back in. I believe that's Gabby. No, check that. That is the Teo Opheim. Excuse me. A little far away here. You'd think I'd know the difference by now, but...
Now batting for the Deacons. Shortstop, number 3, Krista Schazenbach.
So Callie Schazenbach singles over the head of Kalburner into center field, advancing Gabby Nelson up to second. Now Krista Schazenbach, the batter, is 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging, and swings and misses at the first pitch. And the 0-1 delivery is a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 pitches and 2 strikes to Krista Schazenbach. 2 runners on, one of them in scoring position. The go-ahead run at second, that's the senior Gabby Nelson, who reached base twice on intentional walks. She has not faced a single pitch in this game so far. As Schazenbach will foul that one away for an unofficial strike, it remains 0-2. That one comes up a little bit high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch for Kalburner will be pitch number 40. 39 pitches in 39 minutes, 29 strikes, 10 balls for Kalburner, and the windup of the 1-2 popped up, and it's a chance here for Sam Martin, and she makes the grab in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So once again, it remained tied at 1 going to the top of the 4th. Callie Schazenbach will toss pitch 51 to Greta Rader, and then we'll also see Sophie Cody and Gabby Olick. It's the bottom of the order, batters 7, 8, and 9 for the Spartans. Once again, tied 1-1 over in West Fargo. It's 11-0. Packers over the Davies Eagles, or check that, 11-0 in the bottom of the third. And we'll keep you updated on that game as the scores continue to come into us, as the winner of this one will play the winner of that one, and the loser of this one will play the loser of that one in Valley City on Friday. We'll be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Greta Rader is the leadoff batter here for the Spartans, and she faces pitch 51, which bounces off the turf for ball 1 to Greta Rader, 1-0. Rader 1 for 1 with a single on the left fielder last time at the plate. We'll see Sophie Cody and Gabby Oleg this inning as well for the Spartans. Schazenbach will deliver the 1-0, and that's in for a strike, even things up at 1-1. An update from West Fargo. It's now 12-0 Packers over the Davies Eagles in the top of the 4th inning. So that game about on pace here with this game. And that'll be a bouncer that Lucian couldn't quite grab. The throw to first will not be in time. And now she'll advance to second as Gabby Nelson unable to control the throw from Lucian. So it will not be an error on Lucian. It will be a single for Rader. And then she'll advance to second on the error on the first baseman. And that brings up Sophie Cody, who is 0 for 1 on an infield fly call her last time at the plate. At the time, the bases were loaded for the Spartans on that infield fly pop-up. Now she's showing bunt. That bounces will roll foul. Yes, it will. It bounced right in front of home plate and then had some backspin on it and rolled over to the left side of the batter's box over the third base line. Fouled for a strike. 0-1 the count now to Cody. Once again, runner on second is Greta Rader, and Cody showed bunt on her first pitch. We'll see if she duplicates that here on pitch number 2. And she will not. She'll maintain the swing position, and I missed the call. I'm not sure if that was a ball or a strike. We'll find out soon here. 0-1 for sure. Swing and a miss. And the last one was a ball, because if that would have been a strike, she would have been out. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tied at 1 here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 comes right down the middle, but a little high, I guess. Maybe on the inside, missed the plate. I'm off the third base line looking directly at Sophie Cody's on the opposite side of the batter's box. That's my view from the press box here at Sid-Sickey Stadium. As that pitch will bounce off the turf for a ball. So the 1-2 turns into 2 balls and 2 strikes. 35 strikes and 22 balls on 57 pitches here for Callie Schazenbach, the junior pitcher for the Deacons. She'll wind up and deliver the 2-2. That one's going to be hit up. And that one is in the direction of Krista Schazenbach, and no, it'll be dropped. Schazenbach ran into Doomer between first and second, and as a result, the ball landed on the field, and that'll put Cody on with an error. Not sure if they charged that to the second baseman or the shortstop, but we're going to charge it to the second baseman. Because based upon my view of what I saw from up in the press box here, it looks like Krista Schazenbach should have had the catch on that one, and Cody should have, or check that, Gabby Nelson should have retreated and let Schazenbach make the grab. Instead, they ran into each other, and that caused the ball to drop, and now we have runners on the corners as a result here for the Fargo North Spartans. tied up at 1 here in the top of the 4th. Sophie Cody, the senior runner, on first for Fargo North, and Greta Rader, the senior runner, on third for the Spartans. And Gabby Olick, batter number 9 in the lineup, will step up to the plate to face pitch 59 from Callie Schazenbach. 44 minutes into the game, a chance for the Spartans to take the lead here with runners on the corners and nobody out in the top of the 4th. Alexa Hamry is on deck. Olick got on with a free pass last time she was at the plate. That pitch will come in just high enough above the knees of Olick for a strike, 0-1. And the next pitch will be pitch number 60 here for Callie Schazenbach. That one will miss outside for a ball to even things up at 1-1. Once again, behind the plate, catching is Maddie Remke, the junior from Park Christian. Will go around the bases here after this pitch. That's going to be bunt, popped up, and goes foul. 1-2 the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Around the bases, Gabby Nelson, the senior, at first. Aaron Doomer, the freshman from Oak Grove, at second. Kristen Schazenbach, the sophomore from Shanley, at shortstop. Azana Lucian, the 8th grader from Oak Grove, at third. The outfield here after the 1-2 pitch from Callie Schazenbach. That one's going to be popped up and back over the backstop foul for unofficial strike. It'll remain 1-2. And in the outfield for the Deacons, the senior from Shanley in left, Maria Sorensen. The senior from Oak Grove in center, Alina Linster, and the 7th grader from Oak Grove in right, Talia Triggs. And 1-2 pitch number 2 is going to be hit out into left field, and running for it and trying to make the grab there was Krista Schazenbach, but it would not go into her glove, and that will score a run. That will score Greta Rader from third. Push Sophie Cody onto third. Or wait, no, it won't. I think Greta Rader's still on third. Let me take a peek through binoculars here. Yes. So no run scored. It remains 1-1 and the bases are loaded. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Alexa Hamry. So it goes into the books as a single here for Gabby Olick, and that loads the bases for Alexa Hamry with Sophie Ochoa on deck. And that one was it foul? Yes, it was. Once again, we're playing on a football field here, so the foul line is the near sideline from home plate to first and out into the outfield, and then the foul line along the third base line is along the goal line of the end zone. And that one will be a bouncer that finds its way into shallow center field. Scoring is Greta Rader, and that makes it 2-1 in favor of Fargo North. So Hamry on an RBI single on an 0-1 pitch will score Rader from third, advance Cody over to third, Olick up to second. Hamry's on first for Sophie Ochoa. That one's going to be hit out into right field, and it will be foul. Kale Opheim is on deck. Nobody out. 2-1 lead here for the Spartans in the top of the 4th. Ochoa's 1 for 2, a double and a flyout. And this one's going to center field just like the last two did. Not quite as deep, and getting underneath it there is Linster to make the grab. So now she's 1 for 3 with a double to center and back-to-back flyouts to center, and that brings up Taya Opheim. 1 away. And the base is loaded for a dangerous hitter, Taya Opheim, who's 0 for 1. Walked her first time, and then a pop out to third on her most recent trip to the plate. And Opheim will foul this one away for a strike, 0-1. 49 minutes into the ball game. Once again, at last check, it was 12-0. West Fargo led Fargo Davies in the top of the 4th. Keep you updated on that game as the scores come into us. Opheim with an 0-1 pitch. Takes it inside for a ball, 1-1. Alexa Hamry, the runner on first. Gabby Olick, the runner on second. Sophie Cody, the runner on third. Taya Opine, the batter, one away. Ava Kalbrenner on deck as long as Opine doesn't bat into a double play. And a swing and a miss by Opine for strike 2. Fouled away, a ball and a strike. And now it's a 1-2 count with pitch 70 from Schazenbach coming up here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Opine will pop it up and stay alive for at least one more pitch. As that one will be fouled away over the backstop netting. And it will remain 1-2 on 70 pitches, 46 strikes, and 24 balls for the junior Callie Schazenbach. 2-1, Fargo North leads with one away in the top of the fourth. Bases loaded. Opine the batter and the 1-2 pitch from Schazenbach. Up high for a ball. Opine wanted to swing, did not. That was a good choice as it came in a little bit high to the inside for ball 2. And now it's a 2-2 count to Opine. And Opine sends it to left field, and it will stay fair. Scoring from third is Sophie Cody. Scoring from second is Gabby Olick. And scoring from first is Alexa Hamry on a 3-run RBI double to left field for Taya Opine. And that makes it 5-1 now in favor of Fargo North as Opine clears the bases with the exception of her being on second. That brings up Ava Kalbrenner. So one away, Kalbrenner the batter, Alex Agee on deck. Kalbrenner swings and misses. Well, no, she actually skimmed it off the top of her bat for a fouled away pitch. Regardless, it goes into the books as a strike. Kalbrenner 0 for 2. Grounded out on a 5-3 her first time at the plate, and then reached base on an error on the second baseman her last time at the plate. Now 0-1. And that one be lined right past Schazenbach, the pitcher, and Schazenbach, the shortstop. And they got her out at home. Taya Opine tried to score from second, but Remke was able to make the tag on the toss from Linster in center field that came into the second baseman, Doomer, and then Doomer fired it down to Remke to get the out at home. So that's 2 away now and brings up Alex Agee. Let's see here.
Now batting Alex Agee.
(8-4-2) on the throwout at home. Caitlin Arman is the courtesy runner on second for the Spartans. That one's going to be hit foul territory, and it will bounce for a strike. Agee's 1 for 1, walked her first time, reached base on a single in the shallow center last time at the plate. That fouled away pitch was pitch 75 from Schazenbach, 50-25 in favor of strikes. That one's hit high into left center field. Drifting back is the left fielder, Sorensen, to make the grab to end the inning. So that'll bring up Maria Sorensen, Katie Pickering, and Talia Triggs. Batters 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Deacons. And Kalbrenner on 40 pitches has thrown 30 strikes and 10 balls. She'll toss pitch 41 when we come back after this. Through 3.5 innings of play, Fargo North 5 runs on 9 hits, 3 Deacon errors, and 6 left on base. Shanley 1 run on 3 hits, 2 Spartan errors, and 4 left on base. Once again, time of the game so far, 53 minutes. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games streamed on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 under Game Rewind on our website, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature and watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, and at any time return to live action simply by clicking the live button. Now you don't have to miss your son's huge game-winning goal or your daughter's set ceiling ace serve. ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Well, congratulations to the Heart River Cougars. They won the West Region Class B Softball Championship Tournament. They'll be heading to the state tournament along with a handful of other teams. Try and get you up to date on that, on all those winners and losers from those other softball tournaments happening around the state here as soon as possible. Update from West Fargo. It's now 13-0 in favor of the Packers heading into the top of the fifth inning. And that one being played in West Fargo. So if that score holds up here, see, Davies would need to score at least 3 runs. No, check that. They'd need to score at least 4 runs in the top half of the fifth. Otherwise, that one's going to go final in favor of West Fargo early in 5 innings. So right now, 13-0 going into the top of the fifth, and the last chance for Fargo Davies to extend that game. They need at least 4 runs. Otherwise, the Packers will move on to face the winner of this one. And we'll have at least one of the quarterfinal matchups determined here before the end of this broadcast. Once again, this game will be available for a 24/7 replay. Here's we have a little bit of delay in the action here as the home plate umpire, home plate and first base umpire are currently having a chat with Fargo North head coach Ariel Jones. I'm not sure what the discussion is on, but while we have an opportunity, let's see if we can't So Heart River defeated Velvet Drake Animus Aggies 12-1 in 5 innings. Cougars will be the number one seed in the West heading into the state tournament next Thursday, which is going to be played at Thoraldson Park here in Fargo. At least I know it's in Fargo. I think it's at Thoraldson Park. So once again, the Cougars defeat Heart River Cougars defeat the Velvet Drake Animus Aggies 12-1 in 5 innings. And now we're ready to go here in the bottom of the fourth here as the Deacons now trail 5-1 to the Fargo North Spartans, who put up 4 runs in the top of the fourth. Showing bunt, pulls the bunt back as the pitch comes across low for ball 1 to Sorensen, who's 0 for 1 on a strikeout swinging last time at the plate. That pitch will come up high to the inside for ball 2, I believe. And to the best of our knowledge, the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Ava Kalbrenner, your starting pitcher, Alex Agee behind the plate. Here's the 2-0, and that one comes in for a strike, 2-1. Round the bases, Martin at first, Ochoa at second, Opheim the shortstop, Olick at third, Sanford in left, Rader in center, Hamry in right. And that pitch will come up high for a ball, and it's 3-1 now to Sorensen. Katie Pickering is on deck here for Fargo Shanley. She's actually a senior from Oak Grove. Comes across for a strike, and it's a full count now at 3-2. A ball, a strike, a ball, a strike in that order on the 5 pitches so far between Kalbrenner and Sorensen. And pitch number 6, payoff pitch number 1. And a free pass for Sorensen up to first as it misses on the inside for ball 4. The senior from Oak Grove, Katie Pickering, 0 for 1 with a fly out to the shortstop, Teo Opheim. Her last time at the plate. Swing and a miss by Pickering for a strike, 0-1. Runner on is Maria Sorensen on first here as the Deacons look to battle back here from a 5-1 deficit. See how many of the 4 runs that Fargo North scored in the top half of the fourth that the Deacons can get back here in the bottom half of the fourth. They definitely want to, if at all possible, want to get at least 1 or 2 runs this inning to keep things close and make the Spartans earn their win. So it is final now in 5 innings. West Fargo defeats Fargo Davies 13-1 is the final score there. So West Fargo will play the winner of this matchup, and Fargo Davies will play the loser of this matchup on Friday in Valley City. And Pickering will bounce that one. Calbrenner will scoop it up. Flip toss to Martin at first for the 1-3 ground out. That advances Sorensen up to second. So now they'll bring up Talia Triggs, the 7th grader from Oak Grove. 1 for 1 on an infield single her last time at the plate. And the first pitch to Talia Triggs is fouled off the, skimmed off the top of the bat here for strike 1. So West Fargo will they won't necessarily host, but they'll be the higher seed against either Fargo North or Shanley. And that will be a 4 p.m. game on Friday. So if Fargo North wins this game, we'll have another broadcast for you at 4 o'clock on Friday. If they lose this game, I believe, I'd have to look at the bracket, but I believe it's like 11 a.m. or 12 noon, something like that. We'll try and get that information and keep you posted on that. So if this score stands and the Deacons can't make a comeback, we'll have a 4 p.m. game for you on Friday. That brings up Azana Lucian. Swing and a miss for a strike. The Packers, with the 13-1 win over Davies, have now won 13 games in a row. That one will find its way out into center field. Scoring from second is Sorensen as the throw comes back. Now the throw back up to second. Did they get her? They did. Azana Lucian is out at second. The run will count though, and it's 5-2. And then Lucian out at second will be the 3rd out of the inning, and that will send us to the top of the 5th. It's 5-2. The Deacons get 1 of the 4 runs back to keep it somewhat interesting here as we reach the 1 hour, 2-minute mark of the ball game here. And the Spartans will be up to bat when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, welcome back. Sam Martin, Greta Rader, and Sophie Cody. It's batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Spartans here in the top half of the 5th. 1 hour and 3 minutes into the game. Fargo North, 5 runs on 9 hits, 3 Shanley Deacon errors, and 6 left on base. While the Deacons have 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 Spartan errors, and 4 left on base. Once again, Callie Schanzenbach, your starting pitcher, will toss pitch 77 here. It is the first pitch to Sam Martin. You got senior, and senior up for the Spartans here in the 6, 7, and 8 half of the lineup for Fargo North. Martin 1 for 2. Reached base on a shallow left center single, her first time at the plate. And then flied out into shallow right, where Talia Triggs would make the grab out in right field, her most recent trip to the plate. So she's 1 for 2. Once again, Greta Rader is on deck. We'll also see Sophie Cody this inning. And that one will be popped up and into foul territory, and nobody will make a play on that. It'll bounce off the bleachers back into the field of play. the wind starts to pick up here a little bit. .66 degrees and cloudy here in Fargo with a northeast wind. That one's going deep center field, and it'll hit the fence. It'll bounce off the fence as Sam Martin will head into second on a double. Sam Martin, maybe if the wind wasn't blowing from the direction it was blowing, that one may have been out of here. Sam Martin on an almost home run reaches on a double, and that brings up Greta Rader, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, one into left field and one down the third base line. And she reached second on both of those singles on an error that followed. So 2 singles with 2 advancements to second on 2 errors on her 2 plate appearances so far. And that'll be grounded right over the shortstop, Krista Schausenbach, who fires it over to Gabby Nelson for the 6-3. Sam Martin will remain on second. So 6-3 ground out on a 1-1 pitch, and Sophie Cody is 0 for 2. Out on an infield fly. And then reached base on an error last time. And this one's going out into center field. That one should drop, and it does. And now the throw will come into the first baseman, Gabby Nelson, who's covering right around in the pitcher's area to make sure that Sam Martin didn't go beyond third base. That puts runners on the corners on a single out in the center field for Cody. That brings us to batter number 9 in the lineup. Gabby Olick is 1 for 1. Reached base on a free pass her first time. And then a single out into left field her most recent trip to the plate. Once again, runners on the corner. Sam Martin on third, Sophie Cody on first. Gabby Olick, the junior batter here for Fargo North. They lead 5-2, and Olick will pop that one up, and it'll go right over to Gabby Nelson. She'll make the grab in midair. Runners will hold, and that's 2 away. Brings up the top of the lineup now on Alexa Hamry. So shallow infield pop out, where Gabby Nelson makes the grab. Runners hold on first and third, and now Alexa Hamry with 2 away steps up to the plate, and if she can reach base, we'll see Sophie Ochoa next. The pitch comes down low for a ball, 1-0. And another low pitch for ball 2. Once again, final from West Fargo, 13-1, the Packers over the Davies Eagles. That'll be a grounder that will go into center field. That will score Sam Martin from third and make it 6-2, and advance Cody up to second on an RBI single by Hamry, bringing up Sophie Ochoa. Ochoa 1 for 3, a double to center field, and back-to-back flyouts to center field on her 3 plate appearances so far in this contest. Once again, 2 away and a 6-2 lead for the Spartans here in the the top half of the 5th. Pitch comes across for a ball, 1-0 now to the 1 for 3 Sophie Ochoa. 1 hour and 8 minutes into the ball game. 66 degrees, as well as a north, let's see here, a west wind at 17, east wind at 17 miles an hour. And that one's going to be hit high into center field again. Left center this time, and that will be an error on Sorensen, the left fielder. Cody scores from second to make it 7-2. So Choa reaches base on an error on the left fielder. Lexa Hamry advances to third on that same error. Puts Ochoa on first. Runners on the corners now, and the batter is Teo Opheim. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Opheim 1 for 2. A walk, a fly out, and a double to left field, their most recent trip to the plate. And the pitch skims off the turf for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Teo Opheim. 1 hour, 9 minutes. Callie Schazenbach will toss pitch number 90 here on the 1-1 toss to Opheim. 59 strikes, 30 balls on 89 pitches. Then the 1-1 comes outside for ball 2. Once again, 7-2 here in favor of the Spartans in the top of the 5th with 2 away. Runners on second and third. And Opheim sends it out into left center field. They'll go into the gap, and that will score Hamry from third. Rounding third from second is Ochoa, and Opheim's on with a 2-run RBI double. Last time it was a 3-run RBI double, and this time it's a 2-run RBI double for Teo Opheim out into center field. So that makes it 9-2 now, and Ava Kalbrenner steps up to the plate here as they'll huddle up for the Deacons in the pitching circle. Kalbrenner's 1 for 3 with a ground out, reached base on an error. The ground out was on a 5-3 over to third, by the way, and then reached base on an error on the second baseman, and then doubled out into center field her last time at the plate. On that double, Teo Opheim was on base, and she would get tagged out at home. Otherwise, it'd be 10-2 right now. We'll see if Kalbrenner can make it 10-2 this time. That one will skip off the turf for ball 1 on the first pitch there to Kalbrenner, 1-0. 1 hour, 11 minutes into the ball game. Certainly appreciate you tuning in and listening here the same way that you normally watch the games. Once again, radio broadcast due to NDHSA rules on video in postseason action here. We could have some video highlights here of this one, but in the rest of the games of the tournament, that was a nice play at first there by Gabby Nelson as Ava Kalbrenner sent a very low line drive, and Gabby Nelson would dive for it and make the catch, and that will end the inning, stranding Teo Opheim on second. So line drive out to first on the diving grab by Gabby Nelson. That brings up Maddie Remke, Elena Linster, and Gabby Nelson. Batters 1, 2, and 3 for the Deacons. They trail 9-2 heading into the bottom of the 5th. We'll keep it right here during this break. Let's see here. We're having some issues with the scoreboard there. There we go. Now I think it's fixed. Who knows? There we go. Bottom of the 5th. And it's 9-2 in favor of Fargo North. See, I was saying, oh yeah, we won't have video highlights of the rest of the EDC tournament. We very well could have some of this game, but there's no place in Valley City to set up the camera, so it'll just be a radio broadcast only of any games that we have coverage of in Valley City. Once again, if you want your team to have some online radio coverage here on the ND Sports Channel, we're the only station who's available to be there for every single game. Head over to our website at ndsportschannel.com and make a donation in the comments section. Put what team that donation is for, and we'll give coverage for your team there. That'll be a grounder that reaches out in the left field on the first pitch off the bat of Maddie Remke, and she's on with a single. And she's 2 for 3 now with a single, fly out, and another single now, and that brings up Elena Linster. Elena Linster's 0 for 2 with a fly out to center field and a ground out to third, and now a bunt out as She's thrown out on a 2-3 from Alex Agee, the catcher, up to first. Goes into the books as a ground out.
Batting for the Deacons. Not batting for the Deacons. Definitely walk. Gabby Nelson.
So Gabby Nelson will once again be intentionally walked. They're not going to let Gabby Nelson hit in this game, apparently. At least not yet, anyway. 3 intentional walks to Gabby Nelson. And that brings up Callie Schazenbach, who's 1 for 1. Got the Deacons on the board with a sacrifice bunt her first time at the plate, and then she singled out into center field her most recent trip. And that one's going to be popped up, or very high pop-up, so high that I had to bend down in the press box here to see where the ball was traveling to. And it'll bounce right in front of the fence. Alexa Hamry tried to make a play on it, but couldn't quite get there in time. Just needed a couple extra steps. After 2 innings of play in Region 8 baseball, it's Shiloh Christian 8 and the Buhler Miners 3. That's after 2 innings complete. We'll keep you up to date on any other scores that come our way. That pitch apparently came across for a strike, or was a little high for a ball. We're going to go with a ball. That's what my gut's telling me. I didn't see the call from the ump. And that'll be fouled into the turf for a strike. So now it's 1-1. So once again, donate on our website. In the comment section, put what team you're cheering for, and we'll provide coverage of that team at the EDC softball tournament in Valley City on Friday and Saturday, win or lose. That'll be a hit out into center field there off the bat of Callie Schazenbach. She'll be on with a single that advances Remke over to third and Gabby Nelson out to second, and that loads the bases with 1 away for Krista Schazenbach. So once again, Maddie Remke, the runner on third, Gabby Nelson, the runner on second, Callie Schazenbach, the runner on first, and Krista Schazenbach, the batter now, 0 for 2. Struck out swinging, and then a pop out to Sam Martin at first her last time at the plate. And now the Spartans are going to huddle up here and discuss how they're going to get out of this bases loaded situation with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 9-2, so 1 or 2 runs isn't necessarily extremely costly here for the Spartans, but if, of course, obviously, any team doesn't want the other team to score, so. They have a comfortable 9-2 lead right now, we'll put it that way, with 1 away in the top and bottom half of the 5th. Calburner winds up, delivers the pitch right down the middle for a strike. That's a nice pitch there by Calburner. 1 hour, 17 minutes into the ball game. Calburner have her down unofficially for 58 pitches. 43 of them have been strikes. Bases are loaded, 1 away. Krista Schazenbach, the batter, and Schazenbach will line that one into right field. And did she make a barehanded grab? Oh my goodness! And then the throwback to first for the double play to end the inning. Alexa Hamry with a barehanded grab out in right field on a line drive that came right at her at lightning speed, and then she catches it with her right hand, which is in her glove hand, and just automatically in one motion fires it back to Sam Martin at first to get out Callie Schazenbach. And it's a double play to end the inning. What a play. 2 great plays by Alexa Hamry out in right field now, and that will send us to the top of the 6th. It remains 9-2. Deacons will leave the bases loaded on that excellent play out in right field. Region 3 Baseball Championship update. The bottom of the 11th is coming up, and Cheyenne New Rockford leads the Carrington 16-13. That's in the bottom of the 11th. Once again, if you're not familiar with high school baseball, most of those games only go to 7 innings. Right now it's in the bottom of the 11th between Carrington and Cheyenne New Rockford. That's a Region 3 Baseball Championship game. And the Rockets, I believe they're called the Rockets, lead 16-3 over the Carrington Cardinals in that Region 3 Baseball Championship. So Carrington needs to get at least 3 runs to send that thing to the 12th inning. Otherwise, Cheyenne New Rockford will end up being the Region 3 Baseball Champions. We'll keep you updated on that score and any other scores that come our way. Once again, a final from West Fargo. West Fargo defeats Fargo Davies in 5 innings by a final total of 13-1. So West Fargo, if this score stands, will play Fargo North at 4 p.m. on Friday in Valley City. If the Deacons come back and win this one, then the Deacons will play West Fargo at 4 p.m. in Valley City. So, top of the 6th now. And then the 9-3 double play at first. And now Alex Agee, the batter for the Spartans. Called a lot of games. I've never seen a barehanded grab by an outfielder in baseball or softball. That was pretty impressive there by Alexa Hamry. Agee's going to send that one into center field, and the grab will be made by Linster for the out. 1 up, 1 down here for Fargo North. Sam Martin 2 for 3, a single, fly out, and a double. Single was the first at bat. The fly out was the second at bat to right field. And then the double was just a little shy of a home run her last time at the plate. That pitch comes across low for a ball. And that'll be a grounder that goes foul down the third base line. And that's officially 100 pitches now for Callie Schazenbach. 66 strikes and 34 balls. And pitch 101 is fouled away down the third base line. Once again, we're in the top of the 6th with 1 away. 1 hour and 21 minutes into the ball game, and Martin will foul that one away. And it'll remain, I think it's 2-2. It's either 1 ball or 2 balls, and then 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Martin goes down swinging on strikes. That puts 2 away and brings up Greta Rader, who's 2 for 3 with the 2 singles. Her first 2 trips to the plate, and then her last at bat, she grounded out on a 6-3. Pitch 104 coming up here for Callie Schazenbach. And that one's going to be popped up, and a chance here for Lucian at third. She'll back off, and then Maddie Remke would try to make the catch with her mask on, drop it, and that puts Rader on with another error.
Now batting the designated player, Sophie Cody.
Sophie Cody comes up to the plate now. Face pitch 105 from Schazenbach. 70 strikes and 34 balls for the junior pitcher for the Deacons. And that pitch will come in low for a ball 1. Cody 1 for 3, and infield fly. Reach base on an error, and then hit a single out into center field her last trip at the plate. That one will come up high for a ball, 2-0 to Cody. Runner on first is Greta Rader. And she would swing at that one that bounced off the turf. It would have been ball 3, but she took the golf swing at it and paid the price. That one be popped up, and it could be a chance here for Gabby Nelson. She'll make the grab, and that'll end the inning. So we'll see Maria Sorensen, Katie Pickering, and Talia Triggs pending changes. It's batters 6, 7, and 8 here for the Deacons heading into the bottom of the 6th. They trail 9-2, and Calburn will toss pitch 60 when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel. Be right back.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games streamed on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 under Game Rewind on our website, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature and watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, and at any time return to live action simply by clicking the live button. Now you don't have to miss your son's huge game-winning goal or your daughter's set ceiling and ace serve. ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Maria Sorensen, the batter here. We'll see Katie Pickering as well as Talia Triggs ascending, pending changes. That'll be popped up and fouled away for a strike as well. That one comes up high for a ball, or was it? I don't know. It looked high to me, but I'm kind of far away, so. And I can barely see the hand signals from the umpire, too. So our counts are, to the best of our knowledge, accurate. That one's fouled away. That'll be a 2-strike count now. So we believe the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, nobody on 9-2 deficit here for the Deacons on their home field. This is the 3rd time that the Spartans and Deacons have played this year. Fargo North won 11-2 in the first game back on Saturday, April 6th, and Fargo North won 9-3 in the second game back on Tuesday, April 30th, and now they're playing again today here on Tuesday, May 21st. So almost a month ago, just about more like 3 weeks ago to be exact. Deacons would love to get one win here over the Spartans, but they have a little bit of a hill to climb to make that happen, as that one's fouled away. Sorensen still the batter, nobody out, no runners on. 1 hour, 27 minutes into the ball game. 65 pitches for Ava Kalbrunner, 48 strikes and 17 balls. And that one is also popped up and drops foul. Fouled away as well. Most pitches we ever had to one batter here on the ND Sports Channel was 17. That happened in the Spartan game against the West Fargo Packers. Gabby Nolson would toss 17 to Ashlyn Deemert. And now she'll get the strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was 9 pitches to get the strikeout. And now that brings up Katie Pickering with one away here in the bottom half of the 6th. A 9-2 lead for Fargo North. The winner plays West Fargo at 4 p.m. in Valley City. That pitch comes up high. Nobody on base, though, for anyone to take advantage of that. Katie Pickering still the batter here. Now I want to be grounded right past off the glove of Gabby Olick at third. That's good for a single for Pickering. That brings up Talia Triggs.
For the Deacons, right fielder, Talia Triggs.
Kinley Kuhneman, a freshman, will be the courtesy runner for Pickering at first. Talia Triggs, the 7th grader from Oak Grove, is 1 for 2. A single and strikeout swinging. Now she fouls this one back for strike 1, and that's pitch 75 for Kalbrenner, according to my numbers. 55 strikes and 20 balls on 75 pitches here for the sophomore. Will be around for a couple more years here for the Spartans. Hit a few home runs last year as a freshman. Hasn't hit any this year yet. One big home run in that game against West Fargo in the EDC tournament last year, which pushed the Packers away, as we'll have a 5-3 ground out here at Talia Triggs for out number 2, which took the Packers out of an opportunity to win an EDC championship. And then the Packers would fall in the first game of the state tournament, and that would end their 20-year streak of 20 state championships. But right now they're looking to rebound from that, and so far so good for the Packers with a 13-1 win over Fargo Davies, and they'll play the winner of this game at 4 o'clock in the semifinals of the EDC softball tournament. And the semifinals, the finals, and the state qualifiers will all be played in Valley City, and we'll have at least the Fargo North games for you here on the ND Sports Channel. We'd love to have the other games, but we'll need a few donations to make that happen. 2 away is on Aleutian, the batter. And it's a final Region 3. Carrington holds on for a 1-run win over Cheyenne New Rockford, 17-16 on a walk-off ground rule double for Carrington. Now, if you're not familiar with what a ground rule double is, that's a hit out into the outfield that bounces over the fence. That would advance any runners on base 2 bases. And off that ground rule double, Carrington wins 17-16 in the Region 3 baseball championship game in 11 innings. What a game up there between the Cardinals and the Rockets. And the Cardinals pick up the win, 17-16 in 11 innings on a walk-off ground rule double for Carrington. This one will be hit out into shallow right field. Hamry will pick it up, fire it back in, throw to home, safe. And the Deacons get one more on the board, and it's 9-3.
Now batting for the Deacons, the catcher, Maddie Remke.
That sends us now to the top of the order. It's Maddie Remke at bat here for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. That one's going to be popped up left center field. Greta Rader gets under it, makes the grab, and that won the inning. That one was going quickly out into center field there. Rader able to get there and make the grab, and that will send us now to the top of the 7th. 9-3, excuse me, in favor of Fargo North. Fargo North will look to add some insurance runs, and then the Deacons will have one more chance in the bottom half of the 7th. We're at 1 hour, 33 minutes, and Callie Schazenbach, if she remains as a pitcher, will come out and throw pitch 109 when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. Fargo North leads Fargo Shanley by the score 9-3. That was the final score of the last time these two teams played here at Sid Sickey Stadium. First pitch to the top of the 7th. Comes across for a ball. Schazenbach still the pitcher. That one's going to be popped up left field. Running and making a knee sliding grab is Maria Sorensen. As Gabby Olick will pop out, and that'll bring up Alexa Hamry.
Now batting the right fielder, Alexa Hamry.
Alexa Hamry with a couple great grabs in this game out in right field. She made a running diving catch on the tip of her glove to keep it in. Then she made a barehanded catch and threw it back to first for a double play. Some outstanding play by the right fielder, Alexa Hamry. She's only a junior. She's 2 for 4 in this game. A ground out, strikeout swinging, and then that was her first 2 plate appearances, and on her last 2 plate appearances, a single to left center and a single to center, and now here's a pop-up, foul territory, out of play, goes into the books as a strike. I think I said pop out. I meant to say pop up. Once again, Fargo North has defeated Shanley twice this year, both of them here on Sid Sickey Stadium, 11-2 back on April 6th, and 9-3, which is our current score in this one, back on April 30th. And that one's going to be popped up right field, and making the grab was Talia Triggs. So Hamry will fly out to right, and that'll bring up Sophie Ochoa.
Now batting the 5th baseman, Sophia Ochoa.
East Region Baseball, after 3 innings of play, Cheyenne leads 2-0 over Fargo Shanley. Mustang pitcher Lance Oster has a no-hitter through 3 innings of play and has struck out the last 5 batters in a row. Some impressive pitching there from the Mustangs. That pitch for this game here comes across as a ball. Once again, the batter is Sophie Ochoa. 1 for 4 with a double her first at bat. Sunset, fly out, and an error. And this one's popped up, and making the grab is the second baseman, Aaron Doomer. And that will end the inning. So, bottom of the 7th now, Elena Linster, Gabby Nelson, and Kelly Schazenbach. It's batters 2, 3, and 4. Last chance for the Deacons. They need at least 6 runs to extend this one into the 8th inning. We'll see if they can do it when we come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning here, and 9-3 in favor of the Fargo North Spartans. Last chance here for the Deacons. It'll be up to Elena Linster, Gabby Nelson, and Callie Schazenbach. Batters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here for the Deacons. And we grounded it over to Nelson, and then they got her out. The throw over to Sam Martin at first was a little bit off to the right side of Martin. Martin had to come off the first base bag. She made the grab, turned around, dived, put her glove on the first base bag to get the out on the ground out. And that's one away. Scores from baseball and softball. You can get some of those updates there on our Twitter page at ND Sports CH1. Love it if you were to follow us. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll take a look at our statewide scoreboard and see if we can get some scores for you. Valley City defeats Red River 12-2 in 5 innings. Kennedy Steffen for the Rough Riders hit her first home run of the year in that game in the 12-2 loss to the Highliners. So Red River will play at 2 o'clock on Friday in Valley City in a loser-out game. That one's going to be hit out into right field, and it'll drift foul for a strike. Once again, the batter is Elena Linster. Check that, Gabby Nelson, as Linster grounded out on the 5-3. So they're going to let Gabby Nelson bat this time after being intentionally walked her first 3 trips up to the plate. 1 hour and 40 minutes into the ball game. And that pitch will come up high for a ball, 2-1. That pitch will come across for another ball, 3-1, I believe. 3-1 or 3-2. And that one will be popped out right field, and it'll drift foul. So if it wasn't 3-2, it is now. Region 8 final just came in. Shiloh Christian defeats Beulah 13-3. That one's hit deep into right field, and that's probably why they did not let her bat the first 3 times, as Gabby Nelson will smash a solo shot over the center field fence. And that brings the Deacons back within, let's see here, 5. It's 9-4 now, as Fargo Shanley's Gabby Nelson blast one over the center field fence. So an intentional walk, an intentional walk, an intentional walk, and then a center field home run for Gabby Nelson, the senior. What a swing and what a blast by Nelson over the center field fence. So that makes it 9-4 and brings up Callie Schazenbach. Schazenbach 2 for 2. Got the Deacons on the board with the first round on a sacrifice bunt since then. A single to center and a single to center. And this one will be a hopper over to Gabby Nelson, or Gabby Olick at third. She'll fire it over to Sam Martin for the 5-3 ground out for out number 2. So it's Krista Schazenbach. It's up to her to keep the sending going for the Deacons. If Schazenbach can get on base, we'll see Maria Sorensen on deck. Ava Kalbrenner's at 87 pitches, now 88, and it comes across high inside for a ball, 1-0. Schazenbach 0 for 3, struck out swinging, a fly out, and a line drive out into right field. Her most recent time at the plate. That was the one that Alexa Hamry barehanded and flung it over to Martin for the double play at first. That one comes up high for a ball to Schazenbach. 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch will be pitch number 90 for Kalbrenner. That one comes across for a strike, 2-1. I think the ump just said 2-2, so it's either 2-1 or 2-2. And that strikeout, it was 2-2. That strikeout will end the game. Your final score: Fargo North 9, Fargo Shanley 4. Fargo North, 9 runs on 13 hits, 5 Deacon errors, and 8 left on base. While the Shanley Deacons had 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 Spartan errors, and 7 left on base. Time of the game, 1 hour and 44 minutes. We'll take a short time out and come back with a post-game show right after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games streamed on the ND Sports Channel are available on demand 24/7 under Game Rewind on our website, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature and watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, and at any time return to live action simply by clicking the live button. Now you don't have to miss your son's huge game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. ND Sports Channel, ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back. Your final score, 9-4 in favor of the Fargo North Spartans. They will play the West Fargo Packers on Friday at 4 p.m. in Valley City. We'll have that game for you here, the radio broadcast of that game on the ND Sports Channel. Time to select a player of the game. We're going to go with 2 for the Fargo North Spartans. 1 offensive and 1 defensive. Your offensive player of the game will be the senior shortstop, Teo Opheim. Not a bad day here. 4 plate appearances, 3 at-bats, 2 hits for 2 doubles, batted .667, was walked once, and batted in 5 runs on those 2 doubles. 1 was a 3-run RBI double, and 1 was a 2-run RBI double for Teo Opheim. And then on the defensive side for the Fargo North Spartans, fielding, we're going to go with, let's see here, it's Alexa Hamry in right field. Had 2 great plays, had a diving catch on the run that just barely stayed on the tip of her glove. And then on the about an inning or 2 later, she made a barehanded grab for the out and fired it back to Sam Martin for the double play at first. 2 outstanding plays by the junior right fielder, Alexa Hamry. So, Alexa Hamry, your player of the game on the defensive side of the ball here for the Fargo North Spartans, and Teo Opheim, your player of the game on the offensive side of the ball here for the Fargo North Spartans. Once again, your final score, Fargo North 9 and Fargo Shanley 4. Taking a look at some other scores here. Valley City defeats Grand Forks Red River 12-2. And West Fargo defeats Fargo Davies 13-1. So Fargo North will play West Fargo at 4 p.m. on Friday. And that's all we have at the moment as far as scores. There's a couple other games happening too. And we don't have any scores on those games at this time. So girls soccer score, Fargo North defeats Fargo South 2-0 in girls soccer. Appreciate that update coming into us here. And that's all we have at the moment. Let's see if we can pull up that bracket here. I know it's somewhere here. Maybe we don't have it as ready as we thought here. Let me check one other resource here really quick. There we go. Now I got it. So West Fargo and Fargo North will play at 4 p.m. on Friday, and that will be in Valley City. And then Fargo Shanley will play Fargo Davies at 12 noon on Friday. The loser of that game between Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies will be done for the season. The winner will go on to a state qualifier to play either Valley City, Grand Forks Red River, West Fargo Cheyenne, or Grand Forks Central. That much we can say for sure. Let's see here. Actually, no, they won't. Grand Forks Red River lost to Valley City, so that's been narrowed down to Valley City, West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Grand Forks Central. I do not have a final at this time between the Mustangs and the Knights. Matter of fact, now that I think about that, let's see if I can't maybe pull up a score on that game here. Hey, what do you know? And that is now final, so... Oh, that's a soccer score. Okay, so a soccer score. Fargo North defeats Grand Forks Central 6-1 in soccer, but I do not have a score on the softball game with West Fargo Cheyenne. So we do not have an update on that one, but you can check our Twitter feed for that update when that update becomes available. So here's what we know for sure. Fargo Davies will play Fargo Shanley at 12 noon on Friday, and Fargo North will play West Fargo at 4 o'clock on Friday, and Valley City will play at 6 p.m. on Friday against either West Fargo Cheyenne or Grand Forks Central. And Grand Forks Red River will play at 2 p.m. on Friday against the loser of Cheyenne and Grand Forks Central. So we'll see how that shapes up here. We'll get those updates for you here as soon as they become available to us. So 3 winners in the books: West Fargo, Fargo North, and Valley City. Those 3 will play in the semifinals for sure. Still waiting on West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Grand Forks Central to round out your complete semifinal bracket. But that's what we know as of right now, and as soon as those updates become available, they'll be available for you on our Twitter page at ND Sports CH1. Thanks so much for listening. Once again, your final score: Fargo North Spartans 9, the Fargo Shanley Deacons 4. Your offensive player of the game for the Spartans is Taya Opheim. Your defensive player of the game for the Spartans is Alexa Hamry out in right field with some fantastic plays. A diving catch and a barehanded catch that turned into a double play. Certainly well-deserving of those honors. So thanks so much for watching. Just before 7 o'clock, we're going to wrap it up here, and we'll talk to you on Thursday, actually. We'll be just south of here for a girls' soccer matchup between the Fargo North Spartans and the Fargo Davies Eagles. That's girls' soccer coming up at 7 p.m. on Thursday night. So until Thursday, you have a great night, and we'll talk to you later here on the ND Sports Channel.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.